So if you're looking to get an E2 visa and you're maybe looking at existing businesses for sale, franchises, this is a warning for you. Just because a business says it's eligible for the E2 visa, whether that's a business for sale or a franchise, does not mean it's going to be able to get you renewed for if you renew your E2 visa in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, depending on your nationality. Why I say that? A lot of franchises mark themselves as eligible for the E2 visa. We're digging through with our sister company, Vetted Biz. Out of the 5,500 franchises, there's hundreds that are eligible for the E2 visa where they accept E2 visa applicants, but the majority of those franchises are not good businesses. One example that we recently reviewed, 9round, had a franchise for sale and failure rate of nearly 80% when you combine those two statistics. You can't just look at net unit growth because 9round, for example, hasn't totally imploded. They're down to 400 locations. I think the peak was closer to 600. So there still are a good amount of locations, but there's been a lot of churn and there's been a lot of openings while at the same time more closures. So you got to see all the statistics when you're looking to buy a franchise for your E2 visa. But the most important is what's the failure rate, as well as what's the franchise for sale rate, because you're going to want to know, are a lot of people getting out of this system? The typical 3-year franchise for sale rate or franchise failure rates around 10, 11%. It went up slightly given the COVID pandemic. It used to be more in the single digits for the franchise for sale rate over a 3-year period. However, that is one of the most important figures for you to look at and really catch as a red flag before you invest in any franchise for your E2 visa. Now, if you're buying an existing business for E2 visa, any seller, any broker can say that this business is eligible for the E2 visa. The investment amount, generally over 100K, a couple employees, some profitability, it should be eligible for the E2 visa. Does that mean the business is going to survive? Usually when you take over an existing business from an individual, not from a corporation, that might help a little more with the transition. Revenue drops 10, 20%, and profits are probably going to drop closer to 30%. So you have to keep that in mind and understand that a lot of these small businesses are not professionally run and the owners are not disclosing what their true profits are. So definitely sign an NDA, ask for that tax return, ask for their QuickBooks, and hire a professional to do a proper due diligence of the E2 visa business for sale. And on the franchise side, we have a lot of great data at our sister company, Vetted Biz, on thousands of franchises that are available in the United States. But before you invest in that franchise, you've got to have a franchise attorney review that 100+ page franchise agreement to really understand and communicate to you what you're getting into when you're signing for that franchise resale or for that startup franchise, as well as they can help negotiate some of the terms. And potentially there's some terms to allow you to open up the business in a lengthier time frame because it might take some time, for example, to get the E2 visa. So buyer beware. Just because it says it's E2 visa eligible does not mean it's a good business and does not guarantee that you're going to get the E2 visa when you go in for that consulate interview or when you change your status here in the United States to the E2 status. I hope you found this video informational. Please shoot me an email at patrick@visafranchise.com if there's any other topics you'd like us to review related to E2 visa businesses.